Dark Void is the new action-adventure game from Capcom. It's from the guys that made Crimson Skies back on the original Xbox, which was a fun game. Dark Void certainly has its moments. It is also pretty fun. Unfortunately, there are some major technical issues that I ran into over the course of playing it. At one point, during a cutscene, my character died because it didn't load part of the environment properly or something. It was really weird. I've never seen a glitch like that. I've also, earlier in the game, experienced some of the lowest frame rate I've ever seen, like 2 frames a second or something. Like, you throw a grenade, wait a couple, like, grenade blows up, looks awesome, and then everything just dies, like, frame rate wise. It was terrible. But yeah, the game kind of opens poorly. Like, the first 4 missions or whatever, you don't have the jetpack, which is kind of the point of the game. You're just kind of running around and whatever, and it's a decent third-person shooter when it's doing that, but like, the environments are just so huge in that game all the time. Like, it's like every area you're in is just vast. Like, I didn't really even bother like checking if I can actually go in those areas because I don't have my jetpack. Like, so, it seems kind of needless for everything to be so big, which might be somewhat responsible for the technical shortcomings that game has. Like, just focus on the smaller scale stuff until you get the jetpack, and then that moment would be that much more interesting. But yeah, the game definitely picks up when you get the jetpack. The the aerial combat sequences are definitely the highlight of the game, just because that's clearly where these guys' talent lies. Just the ability to you fly up to a UFO, you smack that alien out of there, take the UFO, fly around, shoot a couple other UFOs. Oh no, it's on fire. Then you jump out, kick on your jetpack, and fly away. It certainly has like some awesome moments like that. But over the course of it, it's like maybe 5 hours long. Like, I played most of it in one single day in like one sitting, like just 3 hours. Got through 2/3 of the game, put it aside, played it again last night for like an hour and a half, and that was it. Like, the narrative in that game just kind of comes in spurts, kind of like it'll just be like 7 weeks later, and then all sorts of crazy stuff has apparently happened that they don't even fill you in on. Like, there seems to be a lot of fiction there, but it's almost like you're reading a book with like whole pages missing, or like whole chapters sometimes. Like, just the bits and pieces you get are kind of cool, but there's just major holes in it that you're just kind of like, I don't really understand who this character is, but apparently they were a big deal, and it really could benefit from some better storytelling. Like, Nolan North is fine. Like, I wasn't really that annoyed with him, like being like, oh, it's just Nathan Drake again. Like, whatever. He mixed it up a little, and like the period setting and stuff helps out, and I like that dude. I like hearing that guy in video games, and he does a very good job, so he's fine here as well. Though, yeah, again, like, the story isn't really there to back him up in this one, though, so it's too bad. Like, the setting is definitely really cool, like 1930s, Bermuda Triangle stuff. No one's really done Bermuda Triangle stuff properly. Like, that movie Sphere is terrible. I can't even think of anything else that even attempts to tackle it, so it has that going for it, but it's it's the kind of game where you'd want there to be a sequel, but I don't know if there ever could be, because you really probably shouldn't buy this game, and if you don't, then there won't be a sequel. Like, I rented it like 5-6 hours. It's single player only. Like, you could replay it again, and to their credit, they do, once you beat the game the first time, give you a map that shows you where all the collectible stuff is. So you have some sort of achievement incentive and whatever to go through it again without beating your head against a wall, because searching for these little journals in giant environments is the opposite of fun. So I didn't even bother really looking for them the first time. But if it's just like, hey, there it is, as you're going along, sure, why not? But yeah, like, technical problems, like weird glitches, unfocused narrative. really cool aerial combat. Like, it kind of reminded me how cool aerial combat stuff can be, like Star Lancer and stuff like that back on the Dreamcast was pretty awesome. Like, I haven't played many flying games, but this one had a good feel to it. Like, the jetpack stuff looks pretty great. There is some texture pop-in stuff, but unreal. And to be fair, like, it seems like it starts getting better, like technically proficient as the game goes on. Like, this final areas you go through look kind of cool. So it kind of improves a bit over the course of it. It's just not very long. So maybe the team started getting a handle on how to do stuff better with this engine and how to make things bigger, better showpiece moments and stuff as they went along. So maybe they could deliver a really awesome sequel. I can't recommend this one really for purchase. I mean, yeah, like, you might want to rent it, but that won't really help the developers. So, go in with a couple friends, lend it around or something. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing this game sell copies, but I'd be a hypocrite, to say that, because I'm not going to buy it straight up. So, like, it's like a 6 maximum out of 10 maximum. Like, and that's with the kind of a bit of generosity, kind of rewarding some moments over others. Like, just in terms of the package of what you get is just a 6-hour single player game with some cool moments and some cool ideas, but it's hard to imagine anyone really falling in love with it. Like, there's a lot of heart there, though, and it has good qualities, but it's kind of a heartbreaker. Like, you want to love it more than you justifiably can, because it has some serious issues. Like, animations, like, they should have made more for a handful of the things you're doing. Like, your melee animations, like, there's like 3 of them, and they're all pretty cool, but there's only 3, so every time you do it, towards the end of the game, you're just like, oh, here we go again. That's the other thing. There's these weird little orbs, tech points you get throughout the game. Like, very last mission, I picked one up. The character was still saying, what's this? You've been collecting those the entire game, Will. Like, you should know, dude. Like, those are tech points. You upgrade guns with them. You've done it 20 times. They just, I don't know, weird little issues like that. Like, just little kind of unpolished bits to the game that kind of drag it down. Also, the UFO jacking gets kind of old. Like, I was jacking a lot of UFOs. I got that achievement for jacking 25. You jack 25 UFOs, you see that animation 25 times. Like, they should have mixed it up a little bit. But yeah, wouldn't mind seeing a sequel. So if you want to take a gamble on it, just knowing what you're getting, like, it has qualities to it. But yeah, that's it really. 6 out of 10. Thank you.